Hello students, I am here to discuss your chapter tissue, chapter 6 of biology, and in this chapter we will discuss about the animal tissue. Animal tissue, as you know, tissue is the group of cell which is present inside the animal body and perform different specific function. So tissue is of different type in animal. We will discuss the tissue of different types in animal. So first, what is tissue? Tissue is a group of cell which perform a special function. So they are the specific in nature. So in the branch of biology in which we study about the tissue is called histology. Histology is the study of tissue. Okay. So this is the branch of biology. Tissue, here we study, means we define tissue in very small or short way. Now the definition of tissue is of this type: a group of cells similar in form, structure and embryonic origin which coordinate to perform a specific function along with their intercellular material is called simple tissue. It is simple tissue, or we can say tissue. Complexity means more specific in function, more specialized in function. That is the complex tissue. See, animal tissue is divided into main 4 types. This is epithelial tissue, this is muscular tissue, connective tissue, nervous tissue. So see, this 4 type of tissue is there. This epithelial tissue having main function to form skin and lining of the body. Lining of the body, like the lining of the gut, lining of the different body parts takes place or made by the help of epithelial tissue. Muscular tissue make the muscles and they perform the activity of our movement. The body become energetic due to presence of muscles which have capability to contract and relax and then do the activity of movement. So muscular tissue formed by the help of muscle and helps to move the bones or skeletal system. Connective tissue, as their name, connective, to connect. Which things they connect? They connect different body parts together. They connect different body parts together. So their important function is to connection, connect body parts. And the 4th one, that is nervous tissue, the carry message. They carry message from one body part to another or in the body. So epithelial is useful for skin lining or skin formation or lining of the body, okay, internal body parts, external body parts. Number 2, muscular tissue helps to move the bones. So movement, okay, they help in movement. Connective tissue connect the body parts together like blood, bone, they connect together. Carry message. This is the connective tissue, 3rd type of tissue, and carry message, that is nervous tissue. All the tissue having a specific function and they perform the function in proper way. So this is the epithelial, which is of different types: squamous, cuboidal, columnar, ciliated, glandular. So squamous epithelial, that is like the tiles on the floor. This is the squamous epithelial. Cuboidal epithelial, cube-like structure of the shell. The cube-like structure of the cell, this is the cuboidal. Cells. The cells are cube-like in structure. Columnar means the length is, so the broad is very less, length is more. So this is the columnar type of epithelium. This is the columnar type of epithelium. Means the cell which have more length and less breadth or less thickness. Ciliated epithelium is columnar with cilia. The columnar epithelium with cilia is called ciliated. It means when we pour cilia in it, it means say this is the columnar which have cilia in it. This is the ciliated epithelium, and gland present in the tissue, that is called glandular. So this type of tissue having gland within it. This is the gland which secretes something. Glandular tissue having the property to secrete something. So this is the glandular tissue. So different type of tissue which are of epithelial type perform different functions. So squamous epithelium perform the activity which is for the covering of the body. They cover the body and they make our body that is fit for adjustment, means covering. So see, squamous epithelium, it forms inner lining of lungs, alveoli, blood vessels and Bowman's capsule of kidney. So its main function, squamous epithelium, is present in the inner lining of the body, and main function is to diffusion of materials or exchange of gases across the membrane. So it is for the internal lining and diffuse the materials or the exchange of gases takes place by this one. Second one, cuboidal. Cuboidal function secretion, excretion and absorption. So see, it is a cube or means it is cube-like structure which is really found where? Found in lining of the many ducts. Ducts means pipe, lining of the pipe made by the cuboidal epithelium. Cuboidal epithelium made the lining of the body, lining of the duct. Okay, so they are found in the ducts lining. So they perform the activity of to make the line of the duct, and the activity of secretion, absorption, excretion takes place by them. This is the cuboidal epithelium. After that, the columnar, whose rectangular shape structure. So cells are tall and quite narrow. It means their breadth is less and length is more. So tall and bright, narrow. Narrow means narrowing, means the length is more and breadth is less. So it is found in the lining of the stomach. Our stomach lining takes place made by the help of this one, and the respiratory passage. And the intestine and gallbladder also present in the gastric and internal glands. So intestinal glands also having the columnar epithelium. The lining of the stomach, digestive system, having this columnar epithelium, they perform the activity of the secretion, absorption of mucus, protects from the lining of the lubricating and protects the wall of the digestive system with the help of HCl. So this is the columnar epithelium which allow us to secrete mucus as well as protect the wall of the digestive system. Ciliated epithelium present in the respiratory tract passage, oviduct and spinal canal. It means the oviduct and respiratory tract having ciliated epithelium. So they have cilia. By the help of the cilia, they can emit the things which are not means useful for the body. So flow of fluids in the particular direction is the main function of the ciliated epithelium, and they allow the unwanted things to go out from the passage, from the body parts. So this is the ciliated epithelium, but some columnar epithelium having the property of the gland, that these are the glands which can secrete their secretions. So it is lines of glands such as gastric gland, pancreatic lobules, intestinal glands. So these are the location of the glandular epithelium, and found within that area. Their function secretion mucus, which traps bacterial particles as well as dust particles. So the function of the glandular epithelium is to trap insects, dust particles, and remove them from the body. So this is the glandular, and they secrete the substances which are useful for us. So secretion of the substances is the main function of the glandular epithelium. Now say the muscles. Muscles, useful for the movement of the body. Without muscles, we can't move our bones properly. So muscles have capability to contract and relax, and they are able to move the body with the contraction, relaxation, and energy present in the muscular cells. So muscles are of striated, unstriated, and cardiac. Three type of muscles. Striated means they are in our desire. So we can say it is voluntary muscles. They are voluntary muscles, means our wish we can move with the help of our wish, and they help us to do the activity according to our wish, according to our desire. So striated muscles has elongated narrow. It means the muscles, striated muscles of this type of striated muscles, and having, so this is the muscles. Each muscle's fiber may be of 40 meter in length and 10 to 20 micrometer in diameter. So very small, very less sized, and it has light and dark band which allow to move the contraction and relaxation of the muscles. Location, it is found in the attached to the bones in the head, trunk, and limbs region, therefore called the skeletal muscles. So they are attached to the bone and allow bone to move. Bone can move by the help of this striated muscles. Smooth muscles, or we can say unstriated muscles. So they are smooth muscles. So unstriated muscles are also called smooth muscles. They can help the body to move with their own. So they are not in our wish. So they move on self. These are the smooth muscles. These are the smooth muscle cell. So they have pointed end, and it consists of sheet of bundles of densely packed elongated fibers running parallel to each other, bound together connective tissue. So cells are tapering end. It means the end become tapering both the sides. So cells are of tapering end at both ends and prolonged in cross section. So length of the cell may be 0.02 to 0.05 millimeter and 5 to 10 micrometer in diameter. It is found in the walls of visceral organs, intestinal, genital, urinary, and respiratory organs. They are present unstriated muscles, and they move with their own, not in our desire. So they do not need our order to move. So their movement takes place by their own way. So they move with the help of their own way. So it is involuntary in action. It shows prolonged and slow contraction and relaxation. So they have more power to contract and relax, but the unstriated muscles contract and relax very less or very slow. Now the cardiac muscles, it is called heart muscles. What is heart muscles? It makes the heart only. Heart muscle, and it is branched also. So they are branched. So heart muscles are present in heart only, and it consists of fibers arranged in a three-dimensional network. So they are arranged in three-dimensional network of their fibers. Cells are arranged and connected to each other by specific zigzag junction. So their cells are attached with the zigzag junction. It means they are not properly arranged. They are arranged zigzag and having branched structure. So called the intercalated disc. So the nucleus lies deep at the center of the fiber. Location, it is found only in the walls of the heart made by the help of this cardiac muscles. So they are found in there. So in a complete, it performs the activity of movement of heart. So heart which are rhythmically contraction and relaxation takes place, systole, diastole takes place. So they never get fatigue. It means they always in function. So they never get fatigue, means they will not stop their functioning at a go. So here the cardiac muscle, very important muscles, make the heart. Heart is very important organ of our body to pump the blood all over the body parts. Now connective tissue, very complex type of tissue, and having so many types, that is proper connective tissue, supportive connective tissue, supporting, and fluid connective tissue. Proper connective tissue means loose and dense. So loose having areolar, having air space, adipose having the fat or oil in it, reticular, the type of reticular that is making so this is the connective tissue which areolar having air, adipose having the fat bodies, reticular connective tissue maintain the activity of the loose connective tissue which connect together to each other. Dense connective tissue having white fibrous, tendon and ligament. White fibrous connective tissue also having connecting property. Tendon connects bone to muscles and ligament connect bone to bone. So they all are connective tissue always connect the things together. Now see, supportive connective tissue having cartilage and bone. Cartilage means the rubbery tissue which is found between the two bones or joint of the bones. So they perform the activity of the movement of the joints in proper way. Bone, very hard and make the skeleton system, that is also a supportive or we can say structural or solid connective tissue. So the bone make the whole framework of the body and perform the activity to give the framework of the body. Fluid connective tissue is either blood or lymph. Blood having different activities. So blood is colorful, having hemoglobin which have red pigment, that is hemoglobin, that is useful for the blood for carrying the oxygen, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. These are the blood which is found all over the body, which is of closed type. It performs the activity of the transportation of substances and also health. Blood also helps to maintain the body temperature, as well as they are able to keep the things proper or our activities proper in our body. So blood moves in the artery, in the vein, and blood also help to supply the materials or take the excretory or waste materials from the tissue fluid from the cell and throw it out. So all type of transportation, defensive activities and clotting of blood takes place by the help of blood, because they have plasma and solid means the elements having RBC, WBC, platelets, plasma having the liquid material, that is the water, and some amount of minerals. Lymph is the fluid connective tissue, but they are having different functions. Lymph is the colorless blood which have no color due to absence of RBC there. RBC is not present. RBC have hemoglobin. Hemoglobin can give the color like blood, red in color. So hemoglobin is present there or RBC is present absent there. That's why lymph have no color. Lymph contain only WBC and nucleic acid means protein. So they help to defend the things, defensive activities as well as the bodybuilding activities takes place by the help of lymph. Lymph is moving, lymph can move inside the lymph vessels. So these vessels are parallel to the vein and perform the activity of carrying the lymph in the whole body. Lymphatic system when well developed, our body become well developed. So the activity of bodybuilding takes place due to the boost up our lymphatic system, our lymph vessels. Now nervous tissue is present in our body which makes our brain, our spinal cord and all the activities of our sensation. It means our sense organ also made up of nervous tissue. So nerve cells are the cells which make the nervous tissue. It perform the activity of our carrying message. Message can carry by the help of nervous tissue. It is made up of nerve cells and it makes us alive and connect to the world. So this is the different type of tissue we studied in animal. Okay, thank you.